Happy Saturday, guys. I'm going to get really vulnerable today. I nearly didn't do this Facebook Live today because yesterday I had my eyebrows done. If you haven't noticed already, they're pretty full on. And this is something that I've liked to do for myself for quite a while now. But of course, during lockdown, they all faded and they needed doing again. And it reminded me of when I had big weight issues and eating issues, and I cancelled a few things because I felt fat, I felt ugly, I felt like I wasn't looking after myself, I felt a bit of a fake, and I didn't want to go out. And that feeling came back this morning because I thought, oh, my eyebrows look really horrendous right now, and I don't want to go on and do my Facebook Live today because, I don't feel like they look very nice at the moment. But the truth is that this is how they're supposed to look. And in a few days' time and in a week's time, because they've been tattooed on, they will look a lot better. So it kind of took me back, as I said, to when I wouldn't go out if I felt a little bit, I wasn't looking my best or feeling my best, or I didn't have my best confidence. And I think there is a little metaphor for this that I want to share with you. One is that on this journey to body magic, we have to have patience. We have to have patience. I'm still subscribed to a lot of diets because I want to know what I'm up against, really, when it comes to convincing you that dieting and restrictive eating is not the way forward for lasting happiness and an actual long-term weight loss. So I still get a lot of emails from different people, and it's amazing how one type of cookie can help you to lose supposedly 10 pounds in 4 days, and these headlines are coming through, and it's like, on some level they know that you want a quick fix, lose 25 pounds in 3 weeks, or it's just ridiculous. And I think when we get in that trap, that diet trap, we can get really impatient. And if you think about that, then it's kind of, if we'd only been patient before, one of these things might have worked, but we don't, because they're telling us that we can do it in such a lot, so effectively in such a short space of time, that we'll pay anything, we'll do anything to fulfill that. And you usually see some before and after shots of somebody and you're inspired. And even now, I find them riveting. I just can't, I'm always really, sort of comparing what I offer to what they're offering. And I know that it's all bullshit, BS, sorry. But it's still very much part of my unconscious programming. And the second thing is, like my eyebrows, I have to trust. When I asked my lady when she asked me what I wanted, I told her, and she's done what I want to, and that will be what I get in a few days' time. So I've got to trust in her. And on some level, if you want to overcome your emotional eating and your binge eating, you're going to have to put some trust in the process as well, and that it's actually going to be okay. You kind of got to surrender to the process. This has also come up in my life with my coach, because I've invested really heavily in building my business and getting my message out to more people like you who have been struggling with weight loss and binge and emotional eating for a long time, some of you. And I've got to trust that what I have, and I know this because so many people are successful and so many people give me so much feedback, but there's still that little gremlin in the back of your mind that says, yeah, but you could lose 10 pounds in 5 days, or you could, or for me in my business, it's like, yeah, but they're not going to want what you've got because they're too busy on diets. They still want to do this 10 pounds in 3 days or whatever. And so I have to trust that what I've done so far hasn't worked, and this person that I've employed to be my coach and my mentor is kicking my ass in a totally different direction. So I have to trust that, because she's been successful in doing what she does, that it's going to help me as well. And so you kind of, and we have, I know this in yoga, there are 3 stages to success and peace of mind in yoga. The first one is to surrender. And none of us like surrendering because it comes across as a little bit cultish maybe, or that we're relinquishing control. And on that point, when you're overeating, you're not in control anyway. So you go on a diet because you think you can regain some of that control, but you lose it again very quickly, as you know. But the first stage is to surrender. The second one is to do the work. That's called karma yoga, where you actually take action, do the practice. And the third one is going within. So taking that journey inside of yourself to change your behaviors, your attitude, your beliefs around the world as you know it. And you can, again, we can mirror that to this overcoming, this body magic journey, in that some part of you has to surrender because what you've done already hasn't worked. The second one is you have to take action. You have to do your practice, you know, and for you that might be meditation, it might be yoga, it might be just substituting some of your foods for less addictive ones, it might be quitting sugar. And I'm going to be talking about that with you in the next couple of days because you're giving me some strong signals about sugar right now. And the third one is actually going in and healing in the inside of you so that your behaviors do change, your patterns do change, your emotions do heal. And so you've got to have a little bit of trust, well, a lot of trust in that process. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges for me, is to get you to trust in this process and know that, you know, you can spend the next year of dieting and your weight go from one high to another low and back again with binge and emotional eating, or you can spend the next year embodying what's really going on, which is the big why, not what and how much, but the why you eat the way that you do. And so, yeah, trust. That's the other thing, really. And not being afraid of putting yourself out there, you know, because life is so short, you know, like my big thing is going out dancing. I love going out dancing, and I haven't been able to do that since February. So I feel like my legs have already almost been like removed from me. And so I can dance around my kitchen and I can have a couple of friends around and we can go mad. But yeah, it's really shown me like just how precious these moments are and how we can take life for granted and what we do have for granted until we don't have it. And your life really is worth living, and it's not worth worrying about food and wasting so much energy on thinking about food, and making space with the body magic journey, making space for more of what life has to offer. That's what I always say. So yeah, be vulnerable. I've been vulnerable today because I didn't want to come here and come on here and look at my eyebrows. I wanted them to be better and ready, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. I've got a message to help you and to get it out further into the world. And there's never been a more pressing time, a more urgent time to do that. So yeah, so be vulnerable, because when you're open and when you're vulnerable, that's when the magic happens. Because when we're holding on to our beliefs and our patterns and our ways, and I know this because a lot of my clients, when I say to them, like, you've got to stop dieting, there's a big fear around that. Like, if I stop dieting, then I'm just going to go mental. I'm just going to balloon, you know, and I'm never going to be able to stop eating. But the truth is that this is a cycle. So if you break the cycle, sooner or later, you will eat less and it will start to calm down. And there are lots of tools and practices that I can offer you to help that process happen a lot quicker than you having to struggle. So yeah, so I just thought I would hop on and share that little kind of, it's a bit of a metaphor, I guess. All started with the eyebrows. But yeah, be vulnerable, be open, be patient, and trust in the process. and you will get everything that you dreamed of. Okay, have a lovely weekend, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.